So what issues here on the regional front have been making international headlines this week? Well, to answer that question, I have Kim Sang-yeon standing by. Sang-yeon, good to see you again.
Great to see you, Sunny. So today we have international coverage regarding Korean-made KF94 face masks, figure skating legend Kim Yuna's take on the latest doping controversy at the Winter Games, also news on Metaverse exchange-traded funds, and lastly on Korea's job market and economic recovery. So let's dive right in. The New York Times wrote an in-depth coverage on KF94 masks, highlighting that they are one of the best options when it comes to high-quality face coverings. The paper said that according to many users of the KF94, the masks are more comfortable and easier to speak and breathe in compared to other masks because the design allows more space between the mouth and the mask. The report further cited an expert who said one of the benefits of the KF94 is that Korea imposes strict controls on mask production as well as approval for better quality assurance. And in the meantime, The Atlantic, in its report, said Korea has been a relatively COVID-resilient nation with a low death toll compared to other countries. It did note, though, that the Omicron variant is indeed generating a substantial wave of infections, mentioning that resilience does not mean the absence of some shortcomings.
Right, Sang-yeon. Let's now move on to the remarks by Korea's figure skater Kim Yuna regarding a scandal surrounding the sport over in Beijing.
Right. Sunny, figure skating icon Kim Yuna basically spoke out against the whole controversy surrounding Kamila Valieva around the doping controversy. Now, she wrote in a rare social media post on Monday without directly referring to Valieva, saying an athlete who violates doping rules should not be able to compete in the games. Now, Yahoo Sports reported on Kim's comments, who added that basic principles must be followed without exception, as all players' efforts and dreams are equally precious. The report indicated that it is unclear whether Valieva will be allowed to claim her gold medal from the team event. The head of the U.S. anti-doping agency said Russia has quote-unquote hijacked the competition and stolen the moment from clean athletes. The South China Morning Post also highlighted that Queen Yuna received great support from netizens for expressing her opinion on such an important matter. The report added that other notable figures in the world of figure skating had also publicly shared their dismay at the IOC ruling as well.
Meanwhile, on the economic front, Sang-yeon, Metaverse ETFs are booming here in the country. Tell us more.
Yes, that's right. This has been kind of the new trend regarding funds here in the country. ETFs, or Metaverse exchange-traded funds, as you mentioned, are buzzing here in Korea, fueled by demand from retail investors, Sunny. Now, ETFs are a basket of stocks or bonds that track market indices, offering investors more diversification. And CNBC wrote that Korea's first 4 Metaverse ETFs launched in October and drew inflows of $100 million in less than 2 weeks. In fact, Korea's Metaverse ETFs were the first to launch in Asia, and the report explained that they have also been cropping up in the United States. CNBC wrote that as of January 19th, there were 8 Metaverse ETFs listed in Korea, drawing over $1 billion in inflows, according to Samsung Asset Management, which launched 2 of the ETFs. Top holdings in the ETFs include tech companies and chip makers, as well as stocks related to Korea's entertainment industry. Experts also noted that the K-pop industry, on the back of its rising global popularity, is expected to play a key role in developing the metaverse.
Right, and finally, the labor market, Sang-yeon, findings for last month showed a remarkable expansion in employment.
Yes, Sunny. So Korea added the most number of jobs since the year 2000 following the Asian financial crisis. And this highlights in particular the economy's resilience amid the latest surge of Omicron infections. And according to Statistics Korea, the country added more than 1.13 million jobs in January from a year ago, which is an 11th straight month of gains and the most since March of 2000. Bloomberg added that the jobless rate decreased to 3.6% from 3.8% in December, beating the market forecast of 3.7%. The report highlighted that these numbers could add support to the view that the economy could withstand another interest rate hike as the BOK tries to rein in inflation. Experts forecast the BOK could raise the rate again to 1.5% in the second quarter. Now, Bloomberg further added that the latest data suggests that Koreans have adjusted to living with the virus, even with Omicron pushing daily tallies to new record highs. Nevertheless, the finance ministry cautioned that labor market conditions could change due to the Omicron and tough regulations. Another analyst was also cited as saying that the pace of recovery varies by each sector in the Korean economy, emphasizing that it is thus not a perfect recovery yet.
All right, Sangyeon, as always then, thank you very much for that coverage.
Thank you for having me.